Well, Stockton continues to get things done. That's our motto, getting stuff done. This is just another milestone moment for us here in the city. And I am humbled and privileged to announce that we are currently sitting and standing in the Stockton Adventist Health Arena. Adventist Health Arena. The past 4 years, we've been very busy as a city. Staff's been working hard. Our mayor and council have been working diligently in terms of passing good legislation and legislation that predominantly is reinvesting back in our city. We're spending money everywhere, but we're spending it on things that you can see and things that you can touch. And this is one of those milestone moments, and the end product is the city's first naming sponsor of this building, I believe. Maybe the Record was the first one. I'm not sure. I think this is the first one of this magnitude, and so we want to thank Adventist Health. We look forward to the partnership. We thank you for seeing the value in Stockton and not hesitating to make this investment. Over the past 4 years, we have invested about $5 million into this building on various things. Obviously, you know, what's behind me speaks for itself. It's going to make this even more of a fantastic venue for entertainment, sports, and other events. But I want to say, you know, we have been very busy. We pride ourselves as a city government in getting things done, okay, and making a difference. But obviously, that takes a lot of helping hands. It takes a lot of people. So for this, I know that I sat down with our Economic Development Director, Carrie Wright, and Tina McCarty, and Jason, maybe a couple years ago. And we talked about this because I think that there had been some attempts at doing this in the past, not too successful, but we had a conversation about what is it going to take to get this done, and it's done. So I want to thank the team, their leadership, their tenacity, and their energy. So again, welcome to Stockton's Adventist Health Arena. Yes. And now I'm going to ask Mayor Kevin Lincoln to come forward to offer some remarks. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is an exciting day for the city of Stockton. One more time, let's give it up for Adventist Health Arena. I'm excited to hear from our new partner. It's been 18 years that this venue has been known as the Stockton Arena. And finally, right, we have a sponsor. Excited about the future, and this just proves again that, regardless of the challenging times that our city has experienced over the last few years, having to navigate a global pandemic, having to focus on economic stability, we not only maintained, but we're continuing to obtain, and we're continuing to grow, and we're continuing to thrive as a community. And I want to thank all the partners and all the staff and the leadership that's here today that made this happen. Again, this is an exciting day for the future of Stockton. Also want to acknowledge my colleagues as well for their leadership and their support of city staff in allocating funding so that we can improve our venues, so that our customers, our residents can continue to have a great experience here within the city of Stockton. So Vice Mayor Wormsley, Councilmember Dan Wright, Councilmember Michael Blower, Councilmember Susan Lenz, Councilmember Brando Villapudua and Padilla aren't here, but we're all committed to the city and moving it forward and providing excellent service to our community. So again, thank you. It's an honor to be here with you all this afternoon.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, City Manager Black. I'm Jason Perry. I'm the general manager for ASM Global here in Stockton, and thank you all for coming out today. This is a huge moment for us as a company, and it's certainly a moment for all of us in the city to be proud of. I moved to Stockton during the pandemic, and it's been a wild ride since arriving here, and it's going to be a wild ride to continue. And this is just the beginning of everything that we plan to deliver to the city. Not only the name on the building, but the tremendous amount of events that we're going to continue to build in this community and making new traditions. We could not do it without the support of our community, without the support of city leadership, because it takes all of us to make this happen. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank my entire ASM Global team here in Stockton. I've worked with a few teams in the country, and they know how to get it done, and we will continue to push the needle to make sure that we move forward. When I first met the gentleman that I'm going to introduce 2.5 years ago, we were talking about the Adventist Health partnership that we had already started and where we were going to evolve it and where it was going to develop. We were but 10 feet in the door of the arena at our first hello, and he said, let's walk and talk so I can see what assets we already have. And I said, the next asset's going to be when we call it the Adventist Health Arena. He laughed. He probably thought I was a little crazy, like a lot of people. But when we put this process together and we launched it in April, Jason and I had regular conversations leading up to it, and right up to the fact that he delivered the proposal to City Hall when the RFP process came to an end. So without that, let me introduce Jason Shields with Adventist Health and our newest partner with making Stockton Arena the Adventist Health Arena.
Thank you. Thank you, City Manager Harry Black, Mayor Kevin Lincoln, and Jason Perry. A little off script. Every person I meet from the city of Stockton loves this city. I get to work with a couple people from Stockton, and with the addition of Dameron Hospital a couple years ago, I can sincerely say that everybody here loves the city, and so it's cool to be a part of this. So, my name is Jason Shields. I'm with Adventist Health Old Day Memorial and Dameron Hospital. We're honored to be selected as a community partner with the city of Stockton, truly. Adventist Health provides health care to thousands of residents in San Joaquin County through 2 medical centers, 20 clinics, over 45 medical providers, and a compassionate team of over 1,000 associates. Adventist Health is committed to caring for the people of San Joaquin County because as one of the largest employers in the county and as a mission-driven healthcare system, we understand that our existence is woven into the social fabric of the communities that we serve. For this reason, partnering with the city of Stockton and formally associating ourselves with the arena made perfect sense. We're delighted to establish the Adventist Health Arena as a source of joy and happiness for everyone in our county and beyond. In closing, we want to thank the city of Stockton, truly, for this amazing opportunity to be associated with an entertainment venue that we can all be proud of, while also helping us fulfill our mission of living God's love by inspiring health, wholeness, and hope. We're excited for the future this creates, and we're thankful to be here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. At this time, we'll take a couple of questions if there are any questions.
Harry, how many bids did you get on this, and what was the final amount as far as in terms of what it came in at?
He's asking how many bids did we get for this? Yeah, Jason, why don't you come up and talk about the process a little bit that we went through?
Sure. So we as ASM Global partnered with the city to launch an RFP process. It wasn't something that the city was accustomed to. It's not often that a municipality runs an RFP process that is a revenue generator. We as a company have done it in a few municipalities. We don't fully disclose everything because we have a confidentiality agreement with Adventist Health. And we did everything closed, and it's sort of why it ran through us. Under our management contract with the city of Stockton, we generate the revenue streams for the building, including sponsorship. But we can let you know that we did receive a few proposals, and unfortunately we won't disclose the dollar amount, but it is a multi-million-dollar, multi-year naming rights partnership.
Is that for the 10-year?
10-year deal, correct.
So just to add to what Jason said, it was a competitive RFP process. Just like any of our other RFPs that we would issue for any service or construction project that we might have a need to procure the service.
Harry, how long was the process when you two started talking to and it became a serious offer to when you finally got to today?
From start to finish, initially we had an interest sort of meet and greet with the marketplace, in terms of inviting interested entities in to come learn about what we're trying to do, understand the process that we were going to undertake. So from that point, Jason, to award was about how long?
Yeah, so it was May 6th was when we did our meet and greet with about 30 or 40 different community businesses or regional businesses. The due date was June 6th. I want to say that all proposals needed to be in. We had that process fully wrapped up. We had that process fully wrapped up by the end of June when we let Adventist Health know that they were our chosen business partner, and we finalized contract in September.
And that's about a normal time frame for something like this, because it's obviously very complex, and you've got to negotiate the contract, and there's always back and forth, and we were able to get through it, and that's always encouraging.
Harry, since this place opened in 2005, there has not been a naming partner. How would you describe the feeling? Is it relief to finally, because it has been brought up a lot over the years?
No, I'm very satisfied that we have been able to do this. It's the first time that the city has done something like this. And as Jason mentioned, unless you're coming from a city that has multiple sports franchises, professional sports, and you've got all of these arenas and facilities, you're not typically going to have any experience doing a naming rights agreement. Luckily for me, I had some previous experience during my time in Baltimore. I led the efforts for the city which is also the Baltimore Arena, which is also managed by ASM, to take the lead in securing a naming rights partner for the city. So I had that experience that I could bring here and demystify it somewhat. And then having staff and the team to have the chutzpah to get after it and to go after it, and here we are today.
What are some of the new additions they're having going into the arena besides lighting and signage?
Yeah, so we started upgrading a lot of its back of house operations. So we've done some upgrades to the locker rooms. Nothing had really been touched in the building prior to the pandemic. Everything was pretty much at the state it was when the building opened. So we redid some of the flooring. We've had to redo a lot of the walls, the infrastructure. We've done a lot of work with the HVAC system, a lot of things that don't necessarily get seen. The biggest thing that is seen is certainly this large 5.9 pixel board behind me. It's certainly an upgrade from what the city had installed in 2005, which was just a 10 by 10 LED board at 28 pixels. So we went to a full 360 board as well as the ribbon boards up to our left and right that didn't exist. And like Harry mentioned, all the lights that we see inside our arena right now, if these lights were to go off, it takes 18 minutes for them to cool, and then we can turn it on, which is not the most advantageous for when you're in the middle of a game and there's a power outage. So all the new lights will be LED, and they're colored LED, so we'll be able to change the entire look feel. So the Stockton Kings, when they're coming in, once this project is done and they want to illuminate the building blue or purple or green, whatever they are to theme out that night, then they can do that just like any other show. So it'll really enhance the fan experience, and that's what it's all about. Stockton's committed to making sure that the fan experience is great, which also makes it a great experience for all of our athletes and our artists that play in this building. When you all came in, that was a sold-out Fluffy show when he was here right after the pandemic. That was a selfie shot taken right from his Instagram of a sold-out Stockton Arena. He'll be here next month and probably take that same selfie just under the Adventist Health Arena.
Yeah. To add to that, so this naming rights agreement and opportunity is going to allow us to leverage those revenues with whatever else the city is going to invest in the building to be able to do more. That's the idea.
Harry, I know that this was a big victory for the city. Has there been any talks at all on naming the ballpark next door, or with that, well, obviously not the part of this deal, but has there been any thoughts on that?
I think we're open to all of that. I don't know if we've got any specific plans on the table as of right now, but what would you like to say about that, Jason?
Yeah, we don't have those discussions starting initially. Harry, Carrie, and I will certainly have these conversations. Carrie and I have had it. We've had a lot of interest. Everyone that turned out for our May meet and greet had significant interest in this property. With the activation that we're doing at the ballpark with 51 consecutive nights of our Stockton Lantern Festival, which will become a new tradition here in Stockton, it makes that property certainly more valuable on top of the 60-plus events that the Stockton Ports put in there. With these 60 events, it's certainly a viable option, and all of those partners that had interest in this will be communicated with for possible naming rights of the ballpark. So we hope to see you again with a new name at the ballpark.
Yeah. And to add to that, so the beauty of this here today is that it represents momentum. And once you have momentum, a lot of things are possible and emanate organically from that momentum. So the future looks very bright. Okay, thank you. And once again, thank you for coming to the Stockton Adventist Health Arena. Thank you.